everyone. Today I am going to talk about the power of forgiveness, a path to freedom and healing. You know that feeling when something just weighs on you? Like a stone pressing against your chest, making it hard to breathe and even harder to think? That's what unforgiveness feels like. But here's the thing. Forgiveness isn't just about letting go of the past. It's about freeing yourself from what's holding you back. It's about reclaiming joy, rediscovering who you are, and stepping into the life you have always deserved. For Anna, this wasn't just a concept, it was a mountain she thought she could never climb. And yet somehow she did. When she learned, what she learned changed everything for her. And it just might change everything for you too. Here's Anna's story and the weight of unforgiveness. Picture this. Anna is standing at her kitchen counter, her hands gripping the edge like it's the only thing that's holding her together. Her mother's voice is still ringing in her ears, sharp, cutting, impossible to ignore from the argument they just had. Anna feels drained, like a balloon someone forgot to tie off. Outside, the rain is pelting against the window, streaking it with tiny rivers, mirroring her emotions. For a moment, Anna wonders if the weather is crying for her. And then, deep in the chaos of her mind, a quiet voice whispers, "You deserve more." The truth is, Anna has been carrying more than just the pain of that argument. She spent years trapped in an emotionally abusive relationship with her mother. Her partner also had a way of twisting her words, of making her feel small, as if forgiveness was some sort of defeat. Over and over, she'd ask herself, if I forgive them, does that mean they win? Yet the anger she clung to wasn't protecting her. It was eating her alive. Sleepless nights blurred into days. Her chest felt tight, like she couldn't catch her breath. The headaches came and went, but the heaviness in her heart never left. And then something shifted. During her very first therapy session, her therapist handed her a simple drawing of a river. "This river is you," the therapist told her. "When it flows freely, it nurses everything around it. But when it's blocked by resentment, it becomes stagnant, lifeless. Forgiveness isn't about them. It's about clearing the dam so you can flow again." Anna stared at that picture, tracing the lines of the river with her eyes. She imagined its water slowing to a standstill, choked by debris. Could she really clear the dam? Could letting go of her anger really make her feel alive again? Anna's journey wasn't a straight line. Healing rarely is. But every step she took brought her closer to herself. Here are 4 steps to forgiveness that she followed, and the steps that just might help you too. Step 1, facing the past. This was the hardest part. Overnight, Anna sat down with an old journal she had tucked away for years. She opened it and began to write every hurt, every insult, every moment she'd buried because it hurt too much to remember. Her tears fell into the pages, smudging the ink, but she didn't care and she didn't stop. With every word, she felt something shift inside her, like a pressure valve releasing. Here's the thing. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past. It lets you reclaim it. By naming her pain, Anna began to take control of it instead of letting it control her. Have you ever felt like the past had you in a chokehold? What would it feel like to face it and to finally let it go? Step 2 is setting boundaries. The first time Anna said no to her ex-partner, her hands trembled. He wanted her to co-sign for a loan, something that would have tied her to him for many years. Her heart was pounding, but she managed to say what she could never say before. "I can't help you with that." It wasn't just no to him, it was yes to herself. Anna learned that boundaries aren't about shutting people out. They're about protecting what matters most: your peace, your energy, and your joy. Think of boundaries like a gate. They let in what nurtures you and they keep out what doesn't. Step 3, reclaiming joy. Do you remember what used to make you happy? For Anna, it was painting. She hadn't picked up a brush in over a decade, but one day she found herself in an art store buying supplies. At first, her strokes were hesitant and clumsy. And they didn't feel so good. But then, as the color spread across the canvas, she felt something she hadn't felt in years: joy. It wasn't just painting, it was a piece of herself that she thought she had lost forever. Each brushstroke was a reminder that she was more than her pain. She was more than her past. What's one part of yourself that you've lost in life's chaos? What would it take to find it again? Step 4 is practicing forgiveness daily. Here's something that Anna learned. Forgiveness isn't just a one-time deal. It's a practice. Every morning she'd close her eyes and take a deep breath and picture herself like a river, flowing, vibrant, and free. And then she'd whisper to herself, I forgive them. And I forgive myself. Science backs this up. Studies show that forgiveness reduces anxiety and boosts feelings of peace. For Anna, it wasn't just about forgiving others, it was about forgiving herself and giving herself permission to move forward. Let's break down the myths about forgiveness. Let's be real. Forgiveness can feel impossible. And a lot of that has to do with the lies that we've been told about it. Here's 3 myths that Anna had to overcome. First myth, forgiveness is a weakness. Forgiveness is not a weakness, it's a strength. It's about choosing to take your power back. Myth number 2, you need an apology first. No, Anna never got one from her ex. Forgiveness doesn't depend on someone else's actions. It's about claiming what you need. And myth number 3, that it has to happen overnight. No, healing takes time. Forgiveness is a journey, not a race. Small steps like journaling or morning rituals can lead to big changes. I invite you to transform. Close your eyes for a few seconds. Picture yourself completely free of resentment. What does that version of you look like? What does she feel like? Can you see her smiling? That version of you is closer than you think. Anna's story is proof that forgiveness doesn't erase scars. It turns them into something beautiful, a map that shows you where you've been and how far you've come. Join the journey as your next step. If Anna's story spoke to you, you don't have to do this alone. Join our private Facebook group, Triumph Over Trauma, the Sacred Feminine Community. It's a safe place for you to share your story, connect with other women, and find the tools that you need to heal and to forgive yourself and others. Remember, you are the river. The dam isn't permanent. Let the water flow. Let's take the step together. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week on Zoom, same time, Friday at 12 noon Mountain Standard Time. Many blessings to you and love and light to you all.